Welcome back to Blast Guys Reviews. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at this action figure. So I was walking around a new comic book store I discovered. They had a bunch of action figures and video games and all kinds of stuff. So walking down the aisles and happened to notice this figure just hanging on a shelf all by himself. Now obviously you can see this is Deathstroke, one of the most popular characters in the DC universe, and possibly one of my favorite characters from that franchise. Also, I know that this one of the figures is actually pretty hard to come by sometimes and can get pretty pricey. So I noticed him hanging there. Seeing a $35 price tag, and I'm thinking, wow, that's a pretty good deal for such an older figure. But what really caught my eye about these figures, not being a DC collector that much, he looked like he was more on a 6-inch scale, more your G.I. Joe Classified or your Marvel Legends, than the 7-inch scale that a lot of McFarlane toys are currently doing. So trying to bring down the size of your figures, if you want to mix them with your other figures, like me being a big G.I. Joe Classified fan, I would love to have a battle with Deathstroke maybe versus Deadpool or even Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow. That'd be some pretty cool toy photography and it'd be awesome to bring him into your universe with them being the size of the 112 scale. So go ahead and grab this bad boy, and he looks amazing. We're going to take a look in this video. We're going to take a look at the figure, the accessories. We're going to take a look at comparison of the 112 scale with the G.I. Joes and maybe something else. But here's a look at the packaging. This is Deathstroke from Arrow, the TV show. Pretty cool. These are made by DC Collectibles. Has a nice window box wrapping around here. He looks like he's been on a shelf for a while in my local comic book store because there's a lot of dust here on the top. But here's the top of the packaging. Here's a look at the bottom of the packaging. Here's the side of packaging, and I must say that show when you had Deathstroke in the Arrow show, it was just a fantastic actor. I think he did a great job, and the overall design of the realistic Deathstroke was just on point for me. I think it was possibly now my favorite version of Deathstroke in the Arrow series. Here's a look at the side of the packaging. Alright, that being said, let's go and keep him out of packaging. Let's take a look at him, see how he compares. Quite excited to see how he matches up. Just in case you are interested, here's the backdrop. It's like kind of like the city look from the show. It's pretty cool. Alright, so here's Deathstroke outside the packaging. I must say, I love the color. Very vibrant. I love the blues, the oranges, and the black. I think they go together quite impressively. So let's take a look at him. All the nice features. Here's his mask up close. He has the orange and the like a black. Love this overall design. I think it looks incredible. Very cool. Then he has his ties on the back, which are very flexible. Awesome. You see all the detailing with the orange around the neck. Some of his armaments here. Here's some shells. A lot of detailing. And look on the shoulder here. We have some rounds. A lot of sculpting going on this figure. Looks pretty nice so far. Other shoulder pad. The belt, there's some pouches here. Looks pretty nice. The lower arms got the blue pads on. Nice, sculpting there. Details. Padded gloves with the knuckle pads. The back, he has a sword scabbard. I don't think this is removable. I think that's kind of why it was packaged like that. Yeah, it's just kind of on the attached to the overall bandolier strap there. Nice detailing here on the back, lower back. Very cool. Moving down to the legs. A lot of detailing, a lot of sculpting in the pants. The pouches, we do have a soft vinyl type of gun case here. His knee pads are blue and orange with his shin pads. It's pretty decent. This is his boots. Nice detail. There's some gloss black on the top. A bit silver here on the front. Looks like steel-toed boots when he kicks his enemies in the face. Breaks some bones. Bottom of his feet does have some peg holes, some tread there on his boots. Very nicely sculpted. Looks pretty good. So he does feel, he's a solid figure. He stands quite well. Very nice. Solid. Seems like a harder plastic than we're used to seeing with more of your Modern Marvel Legends, maybe G.I. Joe, but doesn't seem to be brittle or anything. So I do want interesting in articulation to see how that works out for playability, posability in my current universe. So for the head, it's on a ball joint. It's kind of very tight. Kind of might need some heat maybe, but it does rotate all the way around 360. Some down and up on it. A little side to side, Deathstroke style. Not too bad, except it needs heated up because it's probably been in a package for quite some time. The arms, you see when you try to raise them, it kind of smashed into that shoulder and all that gear. Not sure, it looks like maybe butterfly joints, but doesn't seem to move a whole lot. I'm not sure if it's just stiff, but they do rotate around. As I get some in and out there on the arm. Getting a lot of interference here with that. Bendable elbow. This looks to be just a single 90-degree elbow, no double jointed. The wrist, go around 360. And then we have the in and out on this one, on this hand here. So it goes in and out. And it looks like the other arm is the same way. So there are some limitations here in the arms, or the upper arms, because of the clashing there. Nothing in the chest area, or there's a spin here, hidden very well. 360 rotation. The one thing I did notice outside this figure was I'm not a big fan of this kind of crotch sculpting. It kind of has that T-frame piece. They kind of go out. You can get a decent spread for some martial arts kicks, whatnot, but it kind of just unnatural there with the that piece hanging here. It can come forward, kind of sit somewhat okay. This is an older figure, not too modern to what we're used to getting, but we do look like we have double jointed knees. The joints feel pretty good. I mean, so that's a decent bend ratio there. So that looks pretty good. I like how the pads kind of hide all that. So the feet do pivot down. They're on a ball. They do rotate. But do they? Yeah, it just kind of stuck. So there's definitely some heating in this guy. I don't want to break him, but so overall, aesthetically, I think it looks fantastic. Just to as a presence on my shelf. I took a look at the figure in the packaging at the store, and I knew about the possible limitations to the crotch, but the arms, raising them up, I wasn't too sure how that was going to work, or if there was any type of butterfly joints. But it looks like there is some limitations in the arms raising up for that purpose. But overall, I mean, what really caught my eyes overall, the aesthetics. I'm not too disappointed because I kind of was examining the figure when I went into this, but I think it looks pretty sweet. I want to say he's pretty close to G.I.JOE height, maybe, but I don't know for sure. Which we're going to take a look at that comparison here shortly. One other thing to notice is he has some accessories. His sword. In the packaging, it kind of looks smaller than it actually is. But it's got nice sculpting. Got the silver blade. The pommels painted. Handle has the gray and the silver studs. It looks like a samurai or ninja sword. Basically a samurai sword, katana. The plastic, it's flexible, but nothing to where it's going to be out of warped or anything, I don't think. Looks pretty good. And you can't stow away his sword on his back. It's really hard to see through the camera sometimes. There we go. It's just actually a small hole to put that in. But that fits perfectly in there. And it's a full piece. It's not like it's a, you can see the blade from the other side or anything. So, this is kind of what it looks like over shoulder. I think that looks very nice. Very, very cool. You can hold this. Oh, that one is really nice. Hold it pretty decently. I think this sword could be a little bit longer, maybe, in my opinion. But maybe it's just style. what they're going for there, but it's not too bad. Maybe a little bit wider too, but it could be just a little bit wider for the scale. I think they're off just a little bit on that, but that's not too bad. Accessories are always fixable. You can always buy third-party accessories or what you have around the house. But overall, I mean, just detail the paint on that is pretty on point just for aesthetically. So that's very cool. So it comes with a couple knives. He has this longer one, just the handle, black blade. Then he has this this other smaller one, and it's pretty devastating looking. It's very sharp in appearance. They don't really match too much, but overall they're pretty cool. And let's see here. The hands are pretty, they're decent. They got nice flexibility to them. I don't want to do too much because he does have these smaller weapons. I don't want to like warp his hands out to where they don't hold the knives anymore. So you can definitely get, him to hold these knives. And he holds on to them. So you can put them frontwards or backwards if you like, but that's pretty cool. Overall, I like how that looks. Now, is there anywhere to store these knives? That would have been very, very nice. Let's see here. Didn't see any going through initially. Unfortunately, I think we only have a place for the pistol. Nothing in his boots that I'm seeing here. So it's kind of a missed opportunity, I think, for this sculpt. Maybe we can have a nice place to put those blades on this vest. But maybe that was something that was not aesthetically correct to the show. Oh, wait. Here is a blade here on his belt. I think that might be for the small one. Let's see here. It goes backwards. These are very, very tight holes. There we go. So yeah, there's one right there. That's pretty cool. That's how that looks. Alright, so I was taking a look at this, and I'll tell you what, I am very, very happy for what I found. Did you guys happen to see the other knife sleeve? Do you see it anywhere? Put in the comments down below if you did see it before I did. Like I said, they are very small, very tight, but we have great news. It is another blade. Look, it's down hidden right there behind this boot. See that? You see it? That's where the bigger one goes. That was well hidden. And it's kind of cool. It's like kind of behind his boot. You see that slice down there? Yeah, that's pretty nice. Oh, it goes right into here. Look at that. It's kind of like way behind him and hidden type of. From the front, you can't barely see it. Depending on which way he's standing, I guess. But that's awesome. I am so excited now that I can put all his weapons on the figure. It's one of my favorite things to be able to stow all my gear on my figures. So that's awesome. The last weapon he does come with is this pistol. It's pretty decent. Silver with the black handle. Very nice. Looks realistic. It's very hard. So no soft weapons here. Looks pretty good. It has a tighter hands for the knives. The actual handle of the gun's not too tight. I don't want to shove that in there because I think I want to do some heating, but you can see he holds that very well. He does have a trigger finger, but I don't want to heat that up. I don't want to break him because they only had one, and I don't want to ruin his figure and not have the opportunity to have him part of my collection if I do break him. So, yeah, but to give you an idea, he can hold that. This guy's a little better seated. I love that. That looks incredible. They always accommodate this Deathstroke figure with any kind of other weapons, maybe like Valiverse if that's something you're interested in. Here's this pistol case here on this side. It's a vinyl. It's actually softer. The other ones are hard. This is a rubber. This is a vinyl, and then these two are just a hard plastic. But there's that pistol stowed away the color really pops against his current aesthetic. So overall, he's 100% holding all that gear. That's fantastic. This knife, I was hitting pretty well. It got me on that one. Pretty cool. Overall, I like that figure. I think he looks absolutely just incredible. Okay, here he is with Ripper. So he is pretty close to the G.I. Joe classified scale. He's not the 70-inch scale. That looks incredible. He's just a little bit taller than Ripper, but Deathstroke, he's probably maybe like your size of like maybe Gung Ho, maybe. He's a bigger character. So, but you can see that perfectly fit right into the G.I. Joe classified line. And of course, all you superhero collectors, Marvel, DC, probably wondering what he compares to Marvel Legends, because having Marvel versus DC, it would be an incredible adaptation. I think that's where DC's losing out. If they would come down a scale to Marvel Legends, they would definitely sell a lot more figures, because they would put them, increase the playability. So here is a Marvel Legends morph figure, how he compares to Deathstroke. And again, on point. I think nice little bit of height difference there. It really pops. Now, to give you an idea for more of a 7-inch figure, here's a bat, a Super 7 bat. You can see that's probably where more like the DC McFarlane stuff is at right now. You can see the difference there. I think that's perfect for what I want him for. That's pretty good. I don't really have any DC figures. I'm just tired of having multiple scales. I just like to have everybody at one scale, so I can just make them a unison fit for my playability purposes. But this Deathstroke is a well-welcomed addition to my collection. Alright, so my final thoughts. Is it worth $35? Hell yes. Very much so. Now, aesthetically, they looks great. The accessories are cool. I can stow those away. Love the aesthetics. The color, the paint is just straight out of the show. What I fell in love with, because like he looked fantastic. He looks devastating and menacing, and he looks very cool. And now that I can have a more of a 6-inch version, a 1/12 scale, true 1/12 scale version, to mess with my other figures like my Marvel Legends and my G.I.JOE Classified, that's incredible. So my cons on this is, the sword fits, but I think it should be just a little bit bigger. Mostly, I have issues with it aesthetically. He's a solid figure. Yeah, he looks good, but the arms, the articulation, I should say, in the arms are limited for the ups, raising his arms up and out. So, but in his single jointed elbows, but it's okay. For what I want it for, I think he's going to work out good. Other than that, I really don't have any complaints. I think it was a good deal compared to, like, $25 Marvel Legends and your $30, $32 Battleverse figures. And with being in that scale, I think it was a good deal. And the age of the figure, it was a good buy. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you guys like this figure? Do you guys have this figure? What do you guys think about the scale? How he fits? Let me know. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in our next review.